Hello students, let's read this question. Choose the expression that is equivalent to 7 times x minus 8. The information that we have to do is choose the expression equivalent to this. And that's basically our question 2. So I'm boxing that as our question. And with the circle or underline and box, for elaborate, I'm going to be using this anchor chart in here, guys. And I'm going to look at the properties. And then I notice this expression looks like needs to use the distributive property. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to rewrite the expression down here. 7 parentheses x minus 8. And I'm highlighting that in this color. And then I can see here that it definitely is a distributive property. And I'm going to put it in pink here. If I look at my anchor chart, I can notice that what they did here, they multiply the 4 with the 3, you see, right here. Then the operation in the parentheses is going to be right here, that's plus. And then they distribute the 4 multiplying with the 5. When they distribute, you see here, guys, it's multiplication. That's how it works. So what I'm going to write here in my notes, I'm going to write that this is given. Now I'm going to start with the distribution. But also I'm going to remember that when I have a number in front of a parenthesis, implies that that is multiplication. And I'm drawing the dots so just I can see better the multiplication. The 7 distributes with x, and then the 7 must distribute with the 8. Let's do this. I'm going to have 7 times, and we said first with x. Then we identify the operation. Here is a minus, and I bring down the operation. Now I'm going to distribute the 7 with the 8. 7. Then you see how behind the 7 we have the multiplication dot, and then we have the 8. That can be the first step. Now I'm going to get rid of all these visuals just so we can see how it's going to look more like on the quizzes, on the homework, and any math handout that we have. The 7 times x can write just like that. We don't need to write the pink dot. Then we just bring down the minus, and then 7 times 8, that is 56. And what we are saying here is that this expression is the same as this expression, and this expression here is also identical to this one. Remember that in math we can rewrite our expressions and our numbers just to our convenience. Now I'm going to compare this work to the answer choices. And I look at the first one, and look, in between the 7 and the x, they have a plus. But I know that in between the 7 and the x, I must have a multiplication. So this is totally incorrect. Also, they have between the x and the 7 a plus sign. And between the 7 and the x, we have a minus. So this is also incorrect. And then finally, between the 7 and the 8, we know that we have a multiplication, and here they have a plus. So again, this is incorrect. So that whole choice A is not working. Now I'm gonna check choice B. Now get started with between 7 and x, they have a multiplication dot. Well, that is correct. So I'm gonna put okay so far. But then they just have a minus 8. And then I know that I have to have minus 7 times 8. Not only the 8. So then that's the reason why this choice is not a good choice anymore. Now let's check choice C. For choice C, they have the 7 in front of the x. That means they're multiplying. And I know they have to be multiplying. Okay, so far so good. Then between x and 7, you see here, guys, we have a minus. And they do have a minus. And then I should have at the end either the expression of 7 times 8 or the 56. And they do have 7 times 8. So it looks like this is our answer. But I have to check choice D anyway. Between 7 and x, I expect to have a multiplication. And that's true. So this is correct. Then between the x, I can have the x and a 56. Okay, so I have an x and 56. But in between those two, I should have a minus, and they have a plus. That's why this is incorrect. And the whole choice D is incorrect. So we are totally confident that our correct answer will be letter C. Awesome!